So, first night of GDC at the Independent Game Summit, the movie plays to a full house. And, you know, the movie is very well received. And after the movie, there was a pretty long Q&A session with everybody. Everybody was there, which was great. There was kind of I think there was a certain atmosphere in the talk. Most of it was pretty silly and, you know, there was no holding back anything. And at some point, this Japanese gentleman walks up to the microphone to ask a question, and he starts by saying something like, I'm very proud to see that classic Japanese games have inspired you all so much, which is super obvious looking at all three games in the movie. You know, there's Mario in all three of those games. And then he goes on to ask what we think of modern Japanese games. And, you know, being kind of an asshole, I immediately took the microphone and say, I think they kind of suck.
I'm sorry. Like, you guys need to get with the times and make better interfaces.
The room just exploded in laughter and gasps, and like, I think most people were just like in disbelief that I would say that to the poor man's face, who visibly had his heart broken when I said that. His face just went like, and I felt terrible. I immediately apologized.
I'm so sorry.
But you know, that's how I feel. I don't like most of the output coming out of that country nowadays. I think a lot of those games are kind of stuck in the past and are using design philosophies that I disagree with. Immediately after saying that, John Blow steps in and says...
I mean, I don't like Japanese games either.
And goes into detail, citing a few examples of why he thinks a lot of those games are just kind of broken or badly designed. And then we started comparing like the first Zelda to the latest Zelda, and how the latest Zelda is just like the most hand-holding, like patronizing, like... that game just assumes you're an idiot, whereas the first Zelda was like mysterious and dangerous and was full of adventure, and it was like an amazing game that had a huge influence on all of us, basically.
Yeah, let's just leave it a joyless husk.
I thought that was okay. You know, the guy asked us what we thought of Japanese games, and we thought that they were very good. And that just fucking exploded on the internet. I wake up the next morning and I have hundreds and hundreds of people just screaming at me, just calling me every name in the book. A couple of articles get written by people who weren't there, take it completely out of context, with headlines like Fez developer slams Japan, all of Japan, like not modern Japanese video games. And I get all these people saying like, how dare you insult an entire culture like that? And it's just, you know, that's the internet doing what the internet does, blowing things way out of proportion, misquoting people, and people just way overreacting. You know, there's a lot of people that love Japanese games, and, you know, they're very dear to them, and that's fine. That's their opinion, and my opinion is that those games suck. And people, like, cannot accept that. But it's been fucking crazy. Like, it's weird because there's so much negative attention and things being said. But, like, the last 24 hours, I gained, like, 250 Twitter followers. It's too bad. Like, this week was supposed to be, like, such a positive experience, and then this thing happened right at the beginning, and now everywhere I go, it's like, yeah, here, you hate Japanese games. I have to explain to everybody that, no, I just don't like most of the new ones. And that's just my opinion. A lot of people are like, who are you to say things like that? You've been working on a shitty game for 5 years and it's not even out. It's like, I don't need to have like any kind of qualifications for that opinion. That's just what I think. I kind of like it. I mean, it's too bad that it's negative stuff, but I know a lot of people that say big, stupid things like that all the time, but they don't get... People aren't listening. Just the fact that people are listening. Even if they don't like me, they hate me. They follow me on Twitter just because they hate me, but they're listening, and they're talking about me.